Pops. Wake up, Pops. Pops. Get up. Pops. Pops. Get up, man. Pops.
Of material things. I love the fact that I could sit at a loved one's bed and pray when everyone else has counted them out. And I see the Most High God breathe life into that loved one's soul. And you watch them get up out that same bed they just died in. What a mighty Most High God we serve. I watched my father die like 7 times before they pulled the plug and he finally gave up the ghost. So I'm speaking from experience, so I know the feeling. And I have the full understanding when it comes to spiritual healing. Shalom.
All morning, God been dealing with me about it. I don't even know if he's here today, but I got to see him in one of my noonday services. His name is Troy. God's been dealing with me about Troy since I've been here. I don't even know if he's here today, but y'all, is he here? No. Find me Troy West. Find him for me. The Holy Ghost told me he had something to tell him. I don't know him, but I trust that y'all may know him. Somebody here. Lift your hands. Hi-ya-ya-ya-ya. All right. Now I'm gonna be. I do what God say. Where's Troy? Troy, come here. Who was here last night? Yesterday when I said God said there's a Troy West. Troy, you come up here on stage. I got something to tell you. Lift your hands. Someone close to you has died. Hear me. I don't know you from Adam, but I'm looking at someone close to you that has died, that has affected you. And I do not know if y'all are looking for the details of this death, don't know how it happened, but the Lord told me to tell you that everything that has been hidden concerning this death is getting ready to be revealed. Oh, says the Spirit of the Lord. I don't know what that is. Hey, I don't know who that is. Who just died? My father. Your who? My father. Your father. How long ago? Friday. The Holy Ghost said everything is getting ready to be revealed.
Shalom, kings and queens, shalom. I'm coming to you with the second part of my new promo video. Like I say, it's titled 418 and Spiritual Healing. It's going to be a chapter in my book, in the Knowledge of the Truth book I'm coming out with. It's a chapter in there titled Spiritual Healing. If you want to pick that book up and get further understanding or do your own research, remember I told you, don't believe nothing I say. Research everything I say. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. Understand that. So before I go into it, I just want to give some testimonies and some understanding, because this is a a real lesson here that I'm bringing real time, because I'm speaking from experience with this lesson. I'm using my father as an example to bring forth this understanding for somebody else, so that somebody else may be healed, or somebody else may get the understanding, or possibly save a loved one or save yourself when it comes to spiritual healing. So before I go into it, I want to say, stop thinking that just because a person haven't been to school to be a doctor, or a person doesn't have credentials or things of this nature, that you can't believe nothing they're saying concerning spiritual healing, or when it comes to meds and things that we deal with in the medical industry when it comes to our body. I deal with something recently with family, and I won't say who or speak on it because family businesses are off air, but I want to say it because it's close to me and I'm speaking from experience. A family member trying to explain to me how I wasn't a doctor and things of this nature. But don't think because a person is not a doctor, they can't bring forth understanding. That's why I'm trying to give you understanding right now that you need, and you can tie it in, do your research, and get all the understanding you need concerning spiritual healing, because we was only supposed to be dealing with things of this nature. You understand? So I want to go into some of these things that I want to speak about that's concerning spiritual healing. And I'm, like I said, I'm speaking from experience because I'm using my father as an example. You know what I'm saying? So this is close to my heart because, you know what I'm saying, this is my father I'm speaking of. This is not just somebody I'm using as an example, or somebody I don't know, or it's not close to home. You understand? So what I want to talk about is this, though. When we're in these hospitals and when we're dealing with things like disease, and dealing with meds or whatever may be going on with our body, you know, anything. I'm just using this as an example. When our family members or when we're in these hospitals and we're dealing with these type of things, we have to understand, when the spirit goes, the body goes. This is very important concerning spiritual healing, because you will have a loved one in the bed, or you'll have a loved one sitting there maybe on life support like my father was. But if you have your family around you and you're sitting there at the bed with you and nobody is praying, nobody is having faith, because faith is very important when it comes to this spiritual healing. And I'm going to go into that in this lesson a little bit, but I'm going to touch more on the next video. I'm really going to understand why faith is so important and why it plays a major role when it comes to spiritual healing and our body being healed from sicknesses and diseases that we deal with. Faith is a very key thing here. When you in that hospital and you laying there and you don't have your family around you and they don't have no faith, or they don't believe in the Most High God, or they don't think that you can come up out of there, then guess what? You're going to end up doing the same thing. Once you start to think mentally that you can't make it, or that you can't get through whatever it is that you may be dealing with at that present time, you know what I'm saying? Like my father, he was just laying there. He couldn't do anything. All he could do is have the faith himself. But if me and his siblings, which is my sisters and brothers, or his mother, grandparents, or whoever may have been, was there at the hospital during this time, like I say, if we're not there praying and having the faith that he can make it, or come up out that situation, or come up out that coma, then guess what? He's going to not think that. So once the spirit goes, then and you mentally will that into your mind, then the body goes. You give up the ghost. Because if you're not willing, if your spirit is not fighting, your body is not willing to fight. You understand? So your spirit had to at least be willing to fight in order to keep yourself alive. First of all, you have to have that faith that the Most High can heal you. You understand? Because when it comes to this, you have to have that faith in a higher power. You understand? Not just in some doctors just believing and trusting in them just because that's the normal thing to do, or we never was taught outside of that. You understand? I understand that we've been brought up in a world that didn't teach us to question doctors or to look into things that they was doing to us and look into their practices and things of this nature. You understand? We wasn't taught to look into things like that. Even like the side effects that come with medicine, which I'm going to go into a couple of in a second. But we wasn't taught to look into those things. So I'm trying to raise awareness now and teach us and show you that we are supposed to look into those type of things. We are supposed to question those things, because you're putting things into your body. You understand? So first of all, understand medicines that any doctors are prescribing for you are all toxics. Understand that. The body does not operate off chemicals, but instead it operates off nourishment. And that nourishment is the spark of the Most High in us. You understand? Not meds, because medicine and diseases that we deal with are all man-made. Understand that. So I'm going to talk about some of the illnesses that my father was dealing with. I'm not going to talk about all. I'm just going to go into a few just to make key points and give you understanding. Because like I say, this is close to home. So I'm speaking from experience. I deal with this with my own father. You understand? So I'm going to go into a few of them. My father, you understand, he was taking my father, he was taking things like, I'm gonna give you a few. He was taking blood thinners, and he was taking blood thinners, and he was taking high blood pressure pills because he dealt with high blood pressure. He was a diabetic. He was taking insulin, things of this nature. But even like I say, when you look online, you can see it tell you. You can Google this, and they're not hiding it from you. It's just that we don't look for research and understanding, and we don't look into things that we deal with, not even all the way down to the food that we eat. We don't research to see what's in it. Just same thing with meds. But they will put commercials on our TV all day, and we ignore it like it's nothing and weigh it just like it's another opinion. But when you look up blood thinners, and I'm gonna give you to understand, I'm gonna give you the side effects on blood thinners, I'm gonna give you the side effects on high blood pressure pills and maybe antibiotics. I'm gonna use those three. When you look at blood thinners, the side effects of that are heavier than normal menstrual periods, and this is for women if they're dealing with if they're taking blood thinners. You got bleeding in your urine or stool. You have bleeding from your gums or your nose. You have vomiting, coughing blood, dizziness, weakness, and severe headaches and stomach aches. That's just blood thinners. Now, when you look at high blood pressure pills, you have cough, you have diarrhea, constipation, dizziness, lightheadedness, erection problems, feeling nervous. You have feeling tired, weak, drowsy, a lack of energy, headache, nausea, or vomiting. When it comes to antibiotics, you have rash, you have soft stool, diarrhea, upset stomach, fungal, you have yeast infections like thrush, you have bloating, indigestion, you have loss of appetite, and abnormal pain and vomiting. Now, all those things I just named, you have to ask yourself, you have to make a conscious decision on this before you even go to your research and understanding. A lot of things is just common sense, but you have to understand that common sense is not common to most people. Because if these medicines and pills that we take come with all these side effects, you have to ask yourself, why take them or put them into my body? Or how is it that something that's supposed to heal me is going to give me all these side effects or all these things that comes with it? You understand? Anything that's supposed to heal you, you shouldn't have to deal with all those type of side effects with it, or shouldn't do all those damages or things that it's going to do to your body long term. You understand what I'm trying to say? So why deal with them alone? You see what I'm saying? Some of this stuff be common sense, but like I say, trying to get this understanding to our people and to people is hard, and it's not easy because, like I say, they trust in the doctors and they trust in them opposed to a person like me who's trying to bring you this understanding. When it's out here for you, all you got to do is research and get understanding yourself. But see, the Bible tells us alone that our people, we trust in oppression. You understand? We trust in the ones who are oppressing us and the ones who are doing these things to us. So I'm going to go into some solutions and some things that you are supposed to do if you are dealing with these type of things. Like I said, I'm only using my father as an example. You understand? So if you are dealing with these type of things, you can write these things down. You can look into it. You get your understanding and try to do the same. Because like I say, I didn't have this understanding when my father was alive. I couldn't give him this information. I have it now, but I couldn't give it to him. I didn't have these keys to give him this information then when he was going through these things. You understand? So I'm trying to share with you, or so you can get this understanding, or you can share it with the loved one that may need it. You understand? And help possibly save their life and save their soul. You understand? Because demons and a lot of demon possession comes with a lot of these diseases and pills that we take and deal with. But I will go into that a little further on the next video. So understand, if you're dealing with high blood pressure, the things that you need to do is this. It's a such thing called natural herbs and meds that we should be taking. Those were always the things that we should be taking. Why? Because food and herbs and things of this nature are medicine. They always been medicine. It's never was the pills and things that we taking of that nature. You understand? You can use things like cayenne pepper, garlic, and you can mix these things into with your food. This is how you do it. You mix it in with your food, and you mix it in with your vegetables and things of this nature. And you use ginger as well, because ginger is a detox. It's a detox that detoxes the lymphatic glands, and it keep working. And you can use garlic as well. Of course, garlic, you have clover leaf, garlic, and I'm gonna give you a list of this on the next video as well. It's gonna be a list of antibiotics that you can take. But understand, when you're doing this, you know what I'm saying, you can cook and you put this right into your daily diet. You know what I'm saying? These are things that you take that will help you, and it will automatically lower your blood pressure alone. You understand? So when you're dealing with diabetes, you know what I'm saying, like my father was dealing with, the insulin that we're taking is bad because the insulin that you're taking is weakening your body. You understand? It takes over your pancreas. That's why, you know what I'm saying, why it's not good for us. You understand? So when you, excuse me, to get you hooked on it, man. And is when you have diabetes, when you're dealing with diabetes like my father was, it only mean that that you don't have the proper nutrients in your body, because diabetes is a nutrition disorder. You understand? That's all it basically means. And when you take B12 and you take what you call folic acid, which gets rid of an anemia, plus it revitalizes every cell in your body. You know what I'm saying? Which gives you the nutrient that we need. You understand? So when you're dealing with things like this and you're dealing with any type of sicknesses or illness, you first have to understand it's about eating right. It's about drinking a proper amount of water. You understand? Whatever you weigh in pounds, you're supposed to drink that in ounces in water. You understand? Our body is over 90% water. So when you're doing these type of things and you're dealing with natural herbs and foods, and this is when you're going to get yourself on the right track as far as healing your body. You know what I'm saying? As far as healing your body and not putting these things that they're giving us to put into our body, which are medicine and which are things that is not supposed to be meant to go into our body. Understand that. You understand? The Most High, he created our body in the beginning with defense mechanisms. You understand? So the defense mechanisms that he created us with in our body, you understand, that helped us fight against poison and things of that nature when you swallow it, consume it through your mouth. That's why you got the vaccines and things of this nature that come into play, because they shoot it in our bloodstream because they know it goes right into your bloodstream, excuse me. You understand? So you have to understand that it's very important when it comes to spiritual healing. But like I told you, faith is the key. You have to have faith, just like the woman that had the issue of blood that was bleeding for like 12 years or something like that. I'm going to get the scripture put on the screen, but you can look into this story as well and get the understanding that she had that faith, that if she just touched Christ's garment, that she would be healed, and she was. So understand that it's that faith first before you even get into your right foods that you're supposed to take, your proper vegetables and fruits and things of this nature. You understand? So follow me. Like I say, this is 418 spiritual healing. And this is close to me, but like I say, because I'm giving you examples and I'm giving you a testimony and I'm speaking to you as far as experience, because I deal with this firsthand with my father before he passed away. Understand that. Peace and blessings. Shalom. So I'm going to put this information on the screen for you to get it. And this is for anybody that wants this understanding for yourself or for a loved one or somebody you want to pass it on to. Like I said, I'm going to put the information on there. So what you can do is you can go to herbalhealthreview.com or betterhealthherbs.com. And what you can do is when you go on there, you can click on conditions and lifestyle changes. And when you do that, it will give you list. It will have the different things that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And when you click on there, it'll give you a whole health review and give you step by step on what to do as far as getting through these things that you're maybe dealing with. You know what I'm saying? As far as sickness or disease. So like I say, I'm using my father as an example. So I'm going to give you an example for those that may be using, like I say, insulin for diabetes and things of this nature. My father was on dialysis as well, because I told you that insulin, it damages your pancreas. You understand? So his kidneys was bad. He was on dialysis. But see, all he had to do is follow these same steps and take a whole lemon like twice a day, you know what I'm saying, in water, and drink that. And that is a natural kidney flush. But see, our doctors not even telling us that, but they rather prescribe you insulin when insulin damages your pancreas. Understand? You can do a natural kidney flush, with just lemon and water. You understand? That's something you can do at home that don't cost much at all. You understand? To replenish your kidneys and things of this nature. So when you go on there, you know what I'm saying, all you have to do is, like I told you, get right on your diet, drink your proper amount of water, which is whatever you weigh in pounds, you drink that amount in water in ounces every day. Get your proper nutrients. You understand? Like I say, you take what you call chromium. When you look up on there, you go into lifestyle changes, and you look up on there, and they tell you take chromium, not insulin. Understand that. You know what I'm saying? And understand this. You can call any manufacturer who make natural herbs. You can call any manufacturer who make natural herbs and get this understanding, or get understanding on what it is that you need to be taking, or what natural herbs to help you heal your body. understand it. But like I say, I put this up there from the screen. I'm going to put it up there again. You can go online and you can view this at your own discretion and get this understanding. It's called herbalhealthreview.com or betterhealthherbs.com. And it's the number on there you can call for a free consultation. You understand? Follow me. This is 418 Spiritual Healing. Peace and blessings. Shalom.